What would you describe the fight as?
Bittersweet, man.
Bittersweet?
Somebody finally did it. Do you think it's Bully's chance? Like he's fighting next for the title, or do you think?
Bro, who else? Who else? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. As always, I'm one half of the host. My name is Ferris and joined by...
Mr. Leach, how's it going, everybody?
We're going to talk about that UFC 296 that we had the pleasure of watching last night on Saturday evening. Crazy night of fights. The prelims were fucking awesome. The main card was really good. And at the end, we'll talk about Bam and Sonny Edwards, because what a fight that was.
Crazy.
Let's start at the top, man. Let's start with the welterweight champion and still Leon Edwards. We got on here a few days ago. The podcast never made it live because audio on my end didn't result in quality, so my apologies. But we did talk about this fight, and we kind of seen it playing out this way. We thought Leon was just better, and
Yeah.
Kobe was sitting on the shelf for a few years, and that never is well. That never is good for anybody.
Yeah.
And that was evident in the fight. And also, Leon's creeping up in age. He's like 35 now, which is not crazy old, but it is getting older. But what'd you think of the fight?
Man, honestly, it it just wasn't as exciting as we expected it to be. I feel like it was exactly what we. I feel like it's exactly what we needed to see from Leon. We needed to see him dominate Colby on the feet. We needed to see him, you know, be fight like a champion, which he did. He fought like he was the champion. Um, honestly, my honest opinion of this fight, man, it wasn't what it lived up to be. I do love how Leon took him down twice. I love that he went for a submission, almost got it too, but the way Colby got out of that was genius. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
spun out of it.
yeah, that was really nice. Um, but yeah, it just wasn't that exciting of a fight. I feel like, man, and I know that's like not what people want to hear. They want to hear us hype the fight up and this and that, but it's just like I can't really say much, man. When it, I was expecting a lot more action. I was expecting a lot more. Um, I don't know, some tenacity or some heart from Kobe. It just wasn't. He just didn't do enough, man. He just didn't do enough to win, and he thought he did enough at the end to win. I don't know what fight he was attending,
Yeah,
but he didn't do enough to become a champion. You
not
know.
at all.
But then on Leon's side, it wasn't that exciting of a fight either. It takes two to tango. So, like you said, he's creeping up in age, so maybe that plays a factor. And then also with Colby just being out for some time, that's probably like a recipe for a boring fight. I feel like just two guys that are like, you know,
Mm.
Leon's active, but he's older. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, no, I don't know, man. Not that exciting. I wish I had more to say about it, but like I said, it had some good moments.
it sure did, man. The takedowns were very fascinating. Seeing Leon get the better of Kobe in the grappling was pretty interesting. I definitely did not see that coming.
Mhm.
But also Leon's takedown defense was just gets better and better with all these fights. I don't know how you felt about it, but for me, it looked like
It's great. Yeah,
Kobe couldn't take him down
yeah,
in some moments. Of course, he eventually got him down, but yeah, man, Leon looks really good. And then on the feet, like switching stances, he's really slick, man. Really slick, really slick. And I just wonder in this welterweight current welterweight, like, is there anybody matching up against Leon in the striking?
Shavkat.
But like you seen him against Wonder Boy. Did he like Shavkat of course won the fight, but like did he in the striking look like he can compete with Wonder Boy?
Or with Leon, yeah,
No,
100%.
like in like I don't know, Leon maybe not be on the Wonder Boy level, but he like Shavkat did not look good against Wonder Boy on the feet.
Yeah,
Again, I just don't know. I don't know if anybody in the welterweight's gonna give Leon like that striking matchup that it feels like he wants.
yeah,
Uh, did you see him in the post fight talk about Bully's not next?
yeah.
You
I
seen
was like,
that?
I was just whatever about it. I was just like,
Kind of
Honestly, whoever
narrative
we
is
see.
that though?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think it's Bully's chance? Like he's fighting next for the title, or do you think
Bro, who else? Who else? Honestly.
Shavkat?
Shavkat, like, yes, he just beat Wonder Boy, but who else has he beat? Jeff Neal, yes.
It's a
But
Shavkat's
Bully's beating how many like top 10 guys in a row at this point? Just beat Gilbert Burns, who's the fourth ranked guy. Like, who is next up? All like, I don't know, man. For
I say
me,
I say Shavkat versus Bully for the title.
come on,
You
come
just don't
on.
want to see because you know that man's gonna give Bully some work,
But
man.
why risk
He'll
it?
be a
Why
tough fight
risk
for
it?
him.
You already earned the title shot. There's no point of risking it, is the point. It's not about being scared of Shavkat. It's not about not wanting that fight. It's he's not the one with the belt. If Shavkat was a champion, sign him up. Bully and Leon getting on like the post fight thing, talking about, oh, I had to win 10 fights in a row in order to get my title shot. And I don't see anybody else doing that. Is like, Jesus, man. Like, what kind of mindset is that? Like, in order for you to like fuck with me, you have to do what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's
like,
insane.
Leon should have got a title fight way before he actually did. Like, he earned it a few fights before like they actually gave him one in
Yeah.
in a lot of people's books. But so he's treating everybody else like that. Everybody else has to win 10 in a row against, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's a crazy mindset. And to stop talking about this. Bully's done it, man. Bully's fought in how many guys in a row and beaten them? Sign him up.
Vicente Luca.
Bully beat him. Go ahead.
He got his leg back.
He did get his leg back. They're 1-1.
Yeah, he got his leg back. No, I'm just teasing. I think Bully's definitely the next guy up. But at the end of the day, Leon does call. Unfortunately, he calls the shots because he is the champion. I'm just hoping that like maybe UFC can see past that and they give him the fight. See, that's the thing
Bully.
I like about boxing is that we have mandatory fights that should and need to happen just for the sake of the sport. I wish UFC would be more like that, where they're like, yeah, this guy is 100% deserving of that, and they give it to them.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's no incentive there because like Bully doesn't have like a belt. You know what I mean? So it's not much for Leon to say no. He can take anybody he wants. Kind of
Yeah.
goes into that conversation about like the interim belts too, right? It's like, what's the point of having the interim belts if like these guys aren't even taking the belt up with them? They just keep it in that. You know what I mean? They just keep it where they're at. Like Dustin Poirier had an interim belt for how long now? Like, you know what I mean? Colby
Yeah.
Covington had an interim belt for how long now? You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's stupid.
Yeah. That he's saying nothing, man.
I'm
Nah,
saying nothing.
those were great points. They were great points. They have nothing to do with Bully B in this current situation and him being deserving. But they're great points. The interim
No,
title, like all that shit, just it never
no, I'm
made
saying
sense.
no, I'm saying like if he had an interim belt, then he would be fighting next.
Oh, I got you. Cause if okay, yeah, if that Gilbert fight was for an interim title, then how else?
Because then that means he's fighting next. That's what I mean. But he didn't have one, so out of luck, buddy. Back of the
Yeah,
line.
yeah, out of luck,
Fight
man.
Shavkat for the fucking title.
And
And I guarantee you that's what's gonna happen next.
nah, man,
Two
that'd be
Shavkat
some
and Bully.
dirty, dirty business, man. That'd be dirty, dirty, dirty work by the UFC, man. Especially like after Dana has said multiple times that Bully's next to go against your word. It's crazy. And also, like you see Islam talking about he wants to fight Leon. I'm like, aren't you Bilal's like guy? Like, didn't you guys train together, man? And you're trying to totally say fuck you.
Just sabotage his whole chances at becoming a UFC
Yeah,
champion.
like don't you already
That's your
got one?
man.
Oh, you're trying to get a second, bro. Let me get mine.
But he just like that's him. Like he knows he can get like an easy win against these guys.
Yeah.
Just take them down, wrestle
Yeah.
them, get the title. That's it.
Yeah. Although Leon looked really good, man. He looked
No,
really
I
good in the
agree.
grappling and a lot better than I had anticipated him being.
Yeah. No, I agree. He was phenomenal.
Yeah. And what the fuck was Kobe doing in those first few rounds where he was trying to like stand with him, switch stance with Leon? Like, buddy,
I told you he was gonna come out
this is
doing it,
not your
bro.
game, bro. This is not your game.
I feel like he needed to give the fans like a decent fight at least after those comments he made in the press. That was insane.
Yeah.
Talk about his pops like that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's the fight game, but it's like sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
it's like that's crazy. You can't be saying
Yeah, nah, he definitely crossed the line, and it felt like the whole world agreed that like Kobe went too far.
that. Yeah, it's like who
We all were rooting on Leon on the
like
night of the fight.
but you can talk shit, like we can do like the whole Ian Gary's wife's a fucking
What
wag or whatever people are
what is
calling
she,
her, all
what it,
this shit.
what does WAG stand
We're
for?
just gonna leave it at that, okay? We're just gonna leave it at that. Do your research if you don't know what it means. But like we can do all that, right? We can make fun of people and laugh at them. But like, bro, people's parents that are dead, that's insane, bro. Like that, like you're taking it too far now.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like in that context and how he referenced it was horrible, man. It was
Was bad,
yeah,
dude.
it was way too far, man. It was way too far. And Leon had a fair reaction and he was definitely pissed off. You even see him in the weigh-ins, he was definitely fuming. And like after that, I was almost a little bit worried of Leon, like how to like
If he was
that's
gonna fight with too much
right. Like he was gonna try
heart.
to rip Kobe's face off too much, and Kobe was just gonna count like just be able to,
Yeah,
fight a patient fight instead of an
yeah,
emotional one. But
yeah.
Leon didn't let it affect him, man. Inside the octagon. He just was really, really about the game plan, and he stood on his business, man.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what I said. It's like a championship mindset. It's like we saw who the championship fighter was in that fight, so it was very apparent.
yeah, man. And still, man, rightfully so. Leon might be the best welterweight in the world.
Yeah, I mean, after that one, there's no denying he knocked Kamaru Usman out. He beat him in a fair decision, and then he beat Kobe Compton in a fair decision. So I mean, it's no knocking him. He's the best.
That's right. All right, man. Enough on those
Oh, he
guys.
is not below.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that one, man.
Okay,
I mean, at the
fair,
present
fair, fair.
moment, it gotta be Leon. He's the champion. I love Bully. In my heart, Bully's number one, but not at the present moment. Speaking of number one, and still in the flyweights, Alexander Pantoja
Damn,
beats
what a
Brandon
fight!
Royval in a 5-round
It
decision.
was a dog fight,
Man,
man.
it was. The fans, like, they were booing at some points. It seemed like they weren't enjoying it as much as I was. Uh, but
I
like
was
Pan
loving this fight, man.
yeah, I knew you would, bro, because you're real, man. Pantoja fought such a smart fight.
Yeah,
Such a smart fight. And Roy Val, bro. I mean, that guy has legit conditioning. Like he
yeah,
was on his back for a lot of that fight. And in that fifth round, he was still fresh. He was working off the jab and he had some moments in the last round. This
yeah,
is a guy who like he's never fought a 5-round fight before this
yeah.
in the UFC. So I was impressed by that. Ultimately, he didn't get the nod, but he fought his ass off for all five. I know you're a Brandon Royval fan. I know you were kind of backing him in this one. So what'd you think of the fight?
I was. I He did exactly what I needed him to do, man. He outstruck the guy. He landed more than the guy. He landed more significant strikes than the guy. He outperformed him like striking wise, but it's UFC. It's not all just what goes on the feet, and majority of that fight he was on his back. So I guess the judges um, took that into account as well. I'm not mad at the decision. I thought he spent way too much time on his back, and that's enough for him to not get the nod. But he outperformed him, man, with the striking, man. That was phenomenal, bro. Like these stats are crazy, man. Like 285 strikes landed, over 100 significant strikes landed. Like dude was on his shit, man. He looked phenomenal. I thought he looked great on the feet on his moments. He was landing with intention. He wasn't afraid. It was a like I said, that puts a lot of people into a discouraging state of mind, man. Spending that much time on your back, so and it makes them a little bit gun shy, and he wasn't at all, man. He was letting it go. Um, but yeah, on paper, you look at these numbers, man. It's like, how did this dude lose his fight?
It's
But then you
crazy.
actually watch the fight; he was on his back way too
Yeah,
much,
yeah,
way too much.
yeah. Looking at the stat sheet, I'm like, how the fuck did somebody throw 390 strikes?
Crazy, man, and
Crazy.
landed like over 70%. That's like
Mm,
unheard of. Like that's
mm,
Max Holloway numbers. It's insane.
mm.
And the significant strikes were crazy too. Like he outshined him, man. Like he
I
got
mean, in
that,
some
man.
in some parts, right? Because Pantoja had 8 takedowns,
Yeah,
right?
no,
At some points, like
those were very clean.
he was getting trips at will at some points.
Yeah, no, it was very clean. Brandon, that's anything he's got to work on is working on the takedowns. I still think like if they ran this back, he works on his ground game, man, works on the grappling. I don't see any reason why he doesn't beat this guy. I think this guy is unbelievable on the feet. Um, Phenomenal fighter, man. This was a real treat. I love this fight. I really
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. And for me, like I was impressed with Roy Val leaving this one too. So I think he didn't take no steps backwards. I think you line him up in another big fight at 25.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe and it's a little complicated because he fought Kai Kara already,
Knocked him out, yeah.
knocked him out. Manel Cape is in the distance. He just beat Mateus Nicolau. Amir
Yeah.
Abazi's now fighting Moreno in a few weeks or in February. And
Yeah, it's tough.
it's this
It's a
yeah,
tough position, man.
it's a tough position to be in. You
Yeah.
lost twice now to Pantoja, who's our champion.
Yeah.
It
I don't think he moves up or anything. I think like this is where he belongs. Um, I do think he could move up though, and he has some real he'd have some real power for those guys. I feel like, but he's just a little bit like I don't know. I feel like he's so big for this division, man. It's just like if he keeps working, I feel like he could be champion here, man.
mm,
Because he's so much bigger than these guys, man. It's crazy.
yeah. Agreed he can be. Agreed he can be. Maybe one day, but not well Pantoja reigned supreme. But there were moments in this one where I was like, is Pantoja tired?
Yeah,
And it's crazy because I felt that same way when he fought Moreno. Like he just looked
yeah,
way too tired.
yeah.
And I think it might be strategy on his end to not like, I don't know, overexert energy and like just standing there. Like he's just gonna try to,
It
I
could
don't
be.
know,
Yeah.
try to conserve as much as possible.
I think just the pressure too. I feel like with having some of those were easy takedowns, but it's like that's a lot of work keeping a guy that big down, man, and like
Yeah.
working him the way he did on the ground. I thought it's a lot, man. So that's why I'm like, it wasn't like he definitely was deserving of this win, man. Like it was crazy, like how hard he was working on the ground. He was dominating him while he was down there. So um, that's the tough part about UFC, man. It's the tough part about judging fights. It's like when you have a guy who's doing so well and doing so much on the feet, and then you have a guy just dominating him on the ground. It's like you have to go with the guy that's like dominating him on the ground. Like how can you not? Like I feel like that's a lot more work to keep a guy down and outwork him on the ground. It's a lot that goes into that. So I hated that people booed him in. I thought it was a fantastic fight. Um, in another world, man, we see these guys scrap for 5 rounds, right? And I think Brandon wins that, but I don't know. I feel like Pantoja knows that as well, right? So he fought a much smarter fight, and um, not that Brandon wasn't smart in this fight. It's just he wasn't prepared for that level of grappling and championship level grappling that Alexander has. I feel like,
Yeah, I agree with that 100,000%. And a big lesson learned for him, man. I hope he takes a lot from this experience. A huge, huge moment for him too. Like
yeah,
co-main event on the biggest paper or the last pay-per-view of the year. Kobe Covington headlining. Like this is and Leon headlining. This is a big moment. Uh, that press conference. Did you see that press conference first and foremost? The first one coming in.
yeah, yeah. I saw most of it.
Now, did you notice how it seemed like Royval? I don't know. He just doesn't got the media training. I would say a little nervous when it comes to speaking. Did you get that same vibe?
Yeah, I mean, this is his first time on the big stage. I
That's
feel
the
like
point.
so.
Agreed. Yeah, that's the point. We're like, like all this will be a massive learning experience, and I agree that one day, like he could be champion of the 25
Yeah,
weight class.
I agree.
All right, moving on. We had,
Shavkat Rachmanov
yeah,
versus Stephen Thompson, man. I mean, it's not much to say, man. I mean, Shavkat just absolutely
yeah,
just lit. I feel like Steven was having a good. He was having a pretty good first round. He looked good. He looked sharp. Um, Second round, he looked pretty sharp, but then Shavkat was on him. That
yeah,
second round, that was just all him. Like he dominated him. Um, the grappling, Steven just had no answer for him. Um, yeah, and then he got on the back, took his back, and just rear naked choked him. I didn't know that prior to this, he never got submitted ever.
Wonder Boy.
Yeah, I never
Yeah,
knew that going into this,
mm,
and that's just insane, man. To think that this guy, nobody knew who this guy was last year, and now he's submitting some of the greats. Like that's insane, man.
it's crazy how that
That's
happens,
insane.
huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you look at this guy now and not think he's not championship caliber. Like that was a performance, and this
Yeah,
guy's serious, man. He's knocking people out. He's submitting dudes that never been submitted before. Oh man, crazy. It's
a lot
weird
of
because it's
potential.
like, yeah, it's weird because it's like, Stephen Thompson's not like the best at grappling, So it's like, okay, who cares? Like you submitted him, but then also he's never been submitted. So it's like he's in a weird spot with that where it's like, all right, man, you fought Stephen Thompson. Let's see a real fight now. But it's like he submitted a guy that's never been submitted. So
Yeah,
it's
and
you know
he's
what I mean?
fought
So
killers.
like I've been seeing
Yeah,
that conversation on Twitter,
yeah,
social
but
media
Twitter.
that like that wasn't like a real win, blah blah blah. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, nah, I think the hype is real, man. Shavkat's the real deal.
I
Didn't
agree.
look awesome in that first round, but like
Looked phenomenal in the second. Didn't
in
even
the
matter.
second,
It didn't even
yeah,
matter after
that's
the
right.
second.
That's right. And I thought it was weird, like him trying to like have Wonder Boy up against the cage, and like he didn't like, I don't know, try to get it to the ground. He just wanted to stay right there. I thought that was a
Yeah,
little bit weird in that first one. And credit to Wonder Boy, maybe he's like really good on in the clinch on the feet.
yeah.
But then, like, as soon as he got Wonder Boy to the ground, he took the back and
It was instant.
strangled him, man. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. And the finish streak continues 18-0. Definitely think he's world championship material. Not there yet though. Wonder Boy is he's gotten beat before. I don't like the
Yeah,
fact that he got a rear naked choke is impressive. Was the first to submit him. That is a huge
yeah.
notch on his cap, but like
I agree.
Wonder Boy got beat by Bully 2 years ago.
That was I wasn't expecting to say that.
That's
Bully 2 years ago.
that's what it is, man. So if the conversation is Shavkai is next up because he beat Wonder Boy, because he submitted Wonder Boy,
You're the line, buddy.
not for me. All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of get in line, Paddy Pimblett was the seventh man in a row to beat Tony Ferguson. That was a crazy transition. My fault, Tony.
That
My
was
bad.
insane,
My
man. Come
bad.
on, dude.
It's kind of cool how I lined that up like that. But yeah, Tony got beat again this
He got
weekend.
beat
And
bad, man.
yeah, we all knew it was gonna happen. Like just like Wonder Boy. Maybe we didn't see it playing out the way it did. Maybe we didn't see Paddy knocking him down in the first round.
Dude.
Maybe we didn't. I didn't see Paddy getting winded in this by round two.
Yeah,
Maybe
it was.
it was weird, man. Weird fight.
Yeah, it was a weird fight. I feel like the fight could have ended in the first round too.
Yeah,
Tony was clearly rocked, man, and just really wasn't like the same after the rest of that fight. He just was not. He just didn't look good, man. He just didn't look good at all. He landed quite a bit, but that's just Patty, man. Like you look at these numbers, like he did land quite a bit, but Patty's got horrible defense, man. There was nothing like redeeming about any of these guys, man. Like I'm not looking at this fight and thinking Tony should still be fighting because of how much he landed on Patty, and I'm not looking at what Patty did to him in the first round and what he did to him in the rest of the rounds for any championship level material out of this guy. Like he is horrible. He's terrible, man. He has no gas tank. I think he's phenomenal what he does on the ground in the clinch. I think he's great. Um, but man, this guy is spooky, man. He like there's no reason for you to be that tired in the second round against a guy like this.
Yeah.
You don't need to exert that much energy.
Yeah, but I mean, like he really tried to get Tony out in that first round. He
He
was
did. He
and he
did.
was close. He was
I
close. There
thought he
was
had
like
it.
20
No, honestly, I
unanswered
thought it.
strikes at one point. Like
No, yeah,
he almost had it. So I think that's where a lot of his gas tank got emptied out. But yeah, he was definitely getting tired as the fight progressed, and it was noticeable. Like you could
yeah,
see him tired.
yeah.
And
Tony started landing shots. Like that's how you know. Like
yeah, it's a really tough position. Like Patty, like back to back stinkers, like back to back fights where like you're supposed to win and you
yeah,
like just win. Although like Tony, he definitely won all 3 rounds. But yeah, it's just tough. It's a tough position to be in. It's a win. It's ending a year with a dub, which is big, but it's not finishing with momentum or like steam heading into the next year and trying to like get a top 15 ish
yeah.
opponent next. Like I know he has a big name, but that's it. Like I'm not excited to see Patty fight next based off
I'm
his
not,
last
man.
performance.
I'm not, man. This was not. This was not championship level material, man. Just the gas tank alone is not going to get him far enough if he's fighting guys with that much energy, like exerting that much energy. And I still even think like, even if he didn't exert that much energy, man, he still looked like, yeah, like I don't know, man. He just didn't look good, like on the feet, man. He was just making stupid decisions. He was getting hit too much. Um, I didn't like the strike. I didn't like his combination choices. I don't know his decision
Combination.
making combination. His decision making was just odd to me, man. It was very odd, and I don't know if it's because it's Tony Ferguson. He's a he's an oddball, so I don't know what it was, but I don't know, man. He doesn't look ready for these lightweights, man. I mean, there's some killers in this division, man.
Yeah, there
Imagine him
is.
fighting like Armand Shukarian or like him fighting. Dude, I don't even want to think about it, man.
Yeah, he's not ready, man.
Matus,
Not ready.
Gamrot, dude. Imagine him fighting these killers, man. Like he
Jalen
would get.
Turner.
Oh my god, bro! They're gonna kill him, bro.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill him in the striking. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see it.
Me
I don't see
neither.
it. I don't see the hype anymore.
Anyway, speaking of not seeing it, man, I did not see Bryce Mitchell getting knocked out like that, man. I mean, granted,
I'm
I knew
sorry,
like
I did.
Josh Emmett had big power. He packs crazy power, especially in his overhands. But like, jeez, man, jeez, Bryce just he did not get comfortable at all. He could. There was no moment where like it looked like Bryce was in his fight. He was like on his back leg trying to jab away, and that's not his style. Like he made a video today as well addressing that. Like the Bryce we're all used to is in your face, pushing forward, and that's not how we started this fight.
Yeah,
And Emmett lured him right into that overhand that like there's no flusher shot.
yeah, that
There's
was
there's no flusher shot, man. Especially like with a guy who packs a punch like that. Like
yeah. It was scary. That was really scary looking, man.
yeah. And when he started doing like the
I
conversions, like started like
Yeah, he was seizing on the ground. That was rough to watch.
mm,
I said in our pre-fight podcast that
mm,
I thought Bryce Mitchell would have this in the bag. I love Emmett. I think Emmett's great. I said Emmett he's I said Emmett has a puncher's chance in this fight. I really thought Bryce was going to be on his game, man. I thought he was going to be in his face. I thought he was going to push him on the fence, get him to
yeah.
the ground, and just do what he does best, man. Do what he does best. But right from that opening bell going into the fight, I was just like, okay, when's he gonna pick it up? When's he gonna pick it up here? Just doing nothing, man. I don't even think he landed a punch, dude. It was that bad, dude. He
Yeah,
landed nothing, bro. Yeah, he
yeah,
landed nothing.
yeah. He couldn't get comfortable, bro. Like he was just on his back foot, walking backwards. I'm like, wait a minute, Mitch, stop! Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, yeah. And I felt like any moment he shot for a takedown, a roaring uppercut was going to come from
Right,
that gentleman. Like
that's
he
right.
just looked so sharp and so ready for this guy. And yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about it. He got slapped, man, really bad,
Really bad, man.
really,
Big,
really bad.
big win for Josh, man. A guy who was kind of like not on a
Yeah,
horrible skid, but like not really putting on exciting fights. To get a knockout like that on a stage like UFC 296 in front of Vegas like that was crazy, man. Opening up a card in fashion,
yeah,
in fucking fashion,
yeah.
man. And
He was having a rough time, man. He was having a rough patch after that Calvin Cater fight. He got beat pretty
mm,
bad in that
even
fight.
that fight, yeah, even that fight, like I don't know, man. I still watch that fight and think Calvin won.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right.
Tough, man. Tough for Bryce. Seems like he's in good spirit. Um, but yeah, man. How? Let's talk about this Vicente Luque versus Ian Gary. No,
Yeah.
sorry. Vicente Luque versus Trailblazer. Sorry,
All right,
how'd it go?
man. All right, man. All right, man. You just love trolling,
Where
huh?
was he?
You just didn't show up, man. Showed up to nothing.
None of these guys showed up. Trailblazer
Yeah.
was all over Twitter talking about he's ready, he's coming, and
Yeah.
nothing came of it. Vicente
Trailblazer
Luque
tweeted.
was Vicente was in his hotel room jacking off before he made
Oh
that
man.
video.
Oh man.
Mid jack off.
Trailblazer
He was like,
made the
"Yeah, let's
greatest
go."
tweet talk about. I asked both my wife and my girlfriend. They both said we're good to go. Let's go, Trailblazer. But did you
uh,
see that MVP fight that just got announced with him in Holland? MVP, Venom
Michael
Page.
Venom Page and Holland are fighting.
That's the
What
next
promotion are they fighting?
UFC, bro.
No way,
Venom
really?
Page, yeah, he got
He got a
signed, man.
contract. That's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Yeah, man. Bellator is no longer a thing, so I guess some guys are going here, some guys are going
Well,
there.
Bellator is still a thing. It's just they have a joint membership with PFL, so they're one organization now.
Yeah, it's just PFL now.
Yeah, but all the Bellator guys are in PFL now.
But like some of the guys aren't. Some of the guys are
Well,
coming to the
clearly, I didn't
UFC.
know. I didn't know. I thought
Yeah,
MVP went on PFL. That's crazy.
it's crazy, crazy. And Holland versus him is gonna be a fun ass fight.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting fight. I'm looking forward to that. Now. I didn't know that.
But I mean, on this prelim card, one of the fights that I mentioned in the last one that I was excited to watch, I was a bit surprised to see at this position on the card was the Irene Aldana return. And she fought Carol Rosa this weekend in a fucking banger of yeah, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. I talked to my brother after the fight, and he was like,
What do you say? What did Mo say?
Mo, first he acknowledged that the fight was awesome. He thought it was really great. But then he finished with, they shouldn't be doing that to each other.
Now you look at them, they're like, yeah,
Yeah, they should not. But Irene is
that's real.
such a
That's real.
she's such a gangster, bro. The way she just marched forward, and it was just real simple. Just bang, bang, 1, 2. She was like pulling a Strickland, where she was just marching forward, just throwing the most simplest combinations.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say
Combination.
that. Don't say that to Strickland, man.
And Rosa, bro, that's what he
Don't
does,
say
man.
that to Strickland.
I'm not gonna say nothing to
To the
Strickland. He's
guy
just
that thinks
jumping over people's kids to fight other people. I'm not saying nothing to that guy.
No, I mean comparing him to any UFC fighter
Female.
that's a female. Guy,
Good point. Yeah, you
guy
would
thinks
love that.
guy thinks the fucking women's division shouldn't even exist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, what a great fight, bro. That shit was a banger.
It was
The
fantastic.
broadcast was gassing it as the fight of the year, female fight of all these great things. You know how they get down. But I thought it was fucking awesome, man. Irene is such a gangster. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to hopefully watch her compete for a world title again and not have to fight the lioness.
Oof. I want to see that again. How did she go from a prelim, from fighting her to a prelim? Makes no
That's
sense.
bro. That's the craziest thing about the sport is that you can go from headlining a pay per view card
To
to
be in the
being
gutters.
like you're not even headlining the prelims in your next one, and we barely know the lady you're fighting.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy business, man. But anybody else on this prelim, early prelim that you were impressed by?
Uh, Not
Cody
really.
Garbrandt, come on, Cody
Yeah,
Garbrandt
Cody.
came back.
Yeah, but he fought a guy that's like been here since the dinosaur ages, man.
Yeah, good point.
It was a good performance, but it's like, man, he was just celebrating too much. It's like, all right, man, relax.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was great. Cody looked great. Um, Ariana Lipsky was great, man. She
Mm,
dominated Casey O'Neill.
mm. Where does she
This
rank
is
on the
tough, man.
baddies pound for pound list?
Which one?
Lipsick.
Lipsick?
Yeah,
Lipsky?
Lipsky. My fault.
I can't write that, man.
That's kind of a baddie. I don't know. Anyways, anyways, all right, man. What a
Yeah,
fun card,
those
man.
Brazilian fighters are they're just crazy, man. They get down.
Yeah,
They get down, man. Brazilian fighters are different. But yeah,
Andre.
another tough loss for Casey O'Neill, man.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad business. But Andre Fiali had an awesome KO in that second fight of the night.
There's no A in that guy's name.
Oh, that's crazy.
Andre Philly.
Andre Philly, yeah, he had a great KO. Great KO, man. Represented Sacramento on the mic. It was really awesome, man. Good props to that dude. But yeah, man, UFC 296 was a great card. It was great. Sad to see the final show of the year. We won't have UFC for like a month now,
Yeah, it's a little early, man. They could have done
right?
it like
Could have got another like fight
another
night.
fight of the yeah, another fight, fight night, and then do it like next week. Do it like the fucking the 30th, bro. The kickoff New Year's, bro, right on the 30th. That would have been nice.
Nope, said wait till 2024. But we'll have some boxing. Boxing will hold us down throughout till 2024.
Yeah, I'm excited. It
Speaking
always sucks this time of year.
Oh yeah, man, it's good timings. We'll do some awards, some fight of the year, some
Yeah,
card of the
get that.
years. That'll be a fun show coming out probably next week or the week after.
Most
Definitely
definitely.
before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man, boxing will hold us down for the next few weeks. It definitely held us down on Saturday night as we seen Bam Bam Jesse Rodriguez take on Sonny Edwards. And
Yeah.
what would you describe the fight as?
Bittersweet, man.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Somebody finally did it. Somebody finally did it. Nah, I thought it was great, man.
Somebody
This was
finally
fight
did what?
knock that weasel out.
I knew
all
you were
that
gonna
dan-
say that, man.
Better stop all that dancing now, buddy.
Yeah. All that talking, man. For what?
All that dancing for what, man? Nah, I thought it was so funny, man. It was a much different fight that we've seen from any of Sonny Edwards fights, man. Like we seen him dancing around in there, and then we see him not dancing in there and taking the because he's like, yo, I got a real opponent in front of me now, so he can't be doing all that bullshit. And Bam is just good, man.
Mm,
He's such a good fighter, man. And we gave him a lot of credit, and we also gave Sonny a lot of credit. We thought Sonny's a great fighter. He's got the sweet science of the boxing down, but man, we said it, man. We said it. It was like once he connects with that guy's chin, man, it's done, man. It's done.
it's over.
It's over with, man. It's over with.
And that
Bam looked
combination,
phenomenal, man.
man. That
Yeah,
combination he caught him with was so beautiful, man. I slow moed it and just watched it a few times. And Sonny was trying to counter the counter striker, and Bam met the counter with power, and he
yeah,
just fucking shut him down.
ended him.
ended it,
It
man, and
was great.
really showed that yeah, I'm superior, man. I'm the king of kings of when it comes to this small guy boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm that guy. But like I hate to be that guy. I really like Sonny. I like
I
what he
loved it.
brings to the table. Like the
Yeah.
fact that he can make a fight entertaining with his mouth, but then still like back it up and show so much heart and just eat a whole
Yeah.
bunch of shots. Like I like that for boxing. He could be
Yeah.
annoying. He could dance around a little too much in some fights. He could say too much sometimes. He
Mhm.
could be disrespectful sometimes. But we need that.
Yeah. No, we did.
We need that, man. I'm a fan of the guy, man. But also like I'm a fan of a guy like Bam who's like really just calm, cool, collective. He doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. You'll never know what the fuck the guy's thinking. He's just suave. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a gangster boxer, man. Just a beast at it. And I appreciate guys like that too, man. So it was one of those fights where I just loved both sides of the coin. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, we kind of called this coming into it. We knew the power puncher, who's also a great boxer, is just gonna beat the defensive guy in this one.
Yeah. No, but I think alongside that, Bam was just he just looked like the better guy that night. I thought his speed was just too much. His power was too much. The movement was too much. He was just always a step ahead of Sonny, and it was just great, man.
Yeah,
I loved every second of it. I'm glad he knocked that rat out. Put
forced
him
it.
in it. Nah. It was great,
Put
man.
him in what?
I liked what
You said you stopped yourself there. You said, "I'm glad you knocked that right out." Put him in.
I didn't say put him in anything after
Yeah, all
that.
right, man. All right.
I didn't say
We got
shit.
the tape, man. We got the tape. Roll back the tape, man.
Nah, I did like Sonny's attitude at the end. I thought he had a very good championship mindset.
Same.
Didn't show up to be a championship fighter, but it's all good.
Yeah,
He
I
sucked.
mean,
He sucked, man. Let's be honest. He sucked.
I
He
don't think,
sucked in that fight. He
man.
fucking sucked in
You're
that fight.
trolling. You're doing that trolling thing again.
I'm not. He
Yeah,
fucking
he didn't suck.
sucked.
He didn't suck, man. He just fought a superior guy, man. It was a matter of time until you got his head
But that's
knocked
the
off.
thing. But that's the thing. It's like this guy was the best guy ever in this division until Bam shows up and just wipes the floor with him.
Yeah.
Didn't even win a fucking round, dude. He just
Ah, no, he
beat him
did. He
to a
did. He
pulp.
did. He did. He did.
He
Come on,
might
man.
have won like the third.
He won a yeah, he had some good moments in that fight too. Like he didn't get outclassed like bell to bell every single minute, man. Come on.
He got
Come
beat.
on. It was
He got
competitive.
beat. He
It
got
was
beat. He
he
got
did
beat.
get beat. He did
He
get beat.
got
That's
beat.
but that's not the point, man. I think Bam
He
has
didn't even get
beat
up, man. He was on his knees. He was like,
you
I'm gonna just suck
false
some
in it.
dick down here.
False in it, man.
He's like, ref, pull
This
your
is a
pants down. Let me suck you
crazy
off while you.
this is a crazy version.
He said, ref, pull your pants down while I'm down here, man. Let me give you
Yo,
some. Let me give you a little something.
nah, that's crazy.
Let me give you a little something for saving my life. He
You
beat
know
the
we're
fuck out of him.
recorded, right?
I do know. He beat the
Yeah,
fuck out of him, man. I'm sorry.
yeah,
That was bad.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you clearly hate Sonny, and I mean, fair enough, fair
This was
enough. But
great. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. This is
it,
all.
it,
It's all entertaining.
it was a
All
fun fight,
entertaining.
man. I loved it, man. It was probably one of my. It was a fun fight, man. I
Yeah.
had a good time watching it. It was like a really I'm him performance by Bam. Just like I'm
I
that
wouldn't
guy.
even
I'm that dude. Come see me at 118, 112, one whatever. I'm that
see. I
dude.
don't really see. I don't really know this division like that. So he unified the belts here.
Yeah.
So like, who's in this division, man? Is
That's a
is
great
Joshua
question.
Franco in this division,
Joshua Franco,
or is
that's
he up? He's up a division like 120.
yeah, that's the thing about
Is he with
boxing,
the Pee
man.
Wee weights,
What you mean by that?
the Tinkle weights,
The tinkle weights?
the Twinkie weights?
What you mean by that?
Bro, come on, man. These guys are my dick weighs heavier than these
All
guys.
right, man. You're really forcing it tonight, man. Show some damn respect, man. Come on. Come on, Josh.
Come on, man. I'm just
Come on,
saying. These
Josh.
guys are little, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
they're not the biggest guys in the world, but I'll tell you what,
No, I
man.
know. That's the whole point. Boxing has weight divisions, and
What
I
if
don't want anybody to come in and be like,
what
man,
if
this guy don't
what if
realize.
what if you and Sonny Edwards got in there?
I'm not gonna lie, he's put me to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Might be with like a body shot too.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he's knocking me out, but I think he's definitely outclassing me
You think you're
for
lasting
sure.
12 rounds?
I'm not lasting 12 rounds with him. I'm
Three
not gonna.
rounds?
I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I could probably go three. I'm gonna be in pain. I'm gonna be in some serious pain, but I think I could go three.
Can I be brutally honest with you, bro?
I'm not making it out the first, am
You're not making it out the first.
I?
You're not seeing breath, bro.
You think he's knocking me clean out?
Clean out, bro. And like that's no disrespect. Like we're average dudes, bro. He knocked me out clean in a round two.
Yeah, no. I'm not.
You know what I'm
I'm not even
saying?
gonna act like this
And
guy's
that's
beating me. But I'm
yeah,
a critic, man. That's the whole point. I'm
yeah.
not acting like I'm knocking dudes out here.
Speaking of critic, man, did you see what's his name? Chris Colbert in that early prelim?
Come on,
Did you see that shit?
man. Yes.
I could not believe my eyes, bro. I was like, is is
Stop, man. Stop.
I was like, is that who I think it is? It's crazy. He got his face like ready for a 619, waiting Rey Mysterio to come through and fucking bop him up. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Shout out Rayo what's dude's name that put him away.
Chris, yeah.
Let me find this dude's
Chris
name.
Colbert kind of looked like Leon Edwards.
All right, man. We're at that point of the podcast, huh?
You telling me he doesn't look like Leon Edwards?
What you mean by that?
That's come on, man.
Rayo. Yeah. Jose Venezuela. Dude got some power, man. This is the second time fighting. We all thought he beat Chris Colbert in that first one. And that didn't happen.
Just look at your phone. You telling me those dudes don't look like each other?
I mean, maybe kinda. My fault.
Dude, he looks just like Leon Edwards, man.
Volk had
He
probably
wasn't Leon Edwards on Saturday though.
yeah, he sure wasn't.
Nah, we're trolling out this.
Alex had the funniest clip from Saturday. Did you see like the clip where like right before him and Leon met up in the back before the fight? He said, go fuck that shit talking motherfucker."
I never seen that.
Yo, that shit had me in tears, man. Alex is so funny. All right, man. All right, we're at that point of the pod. 50 minutes in. Jesus Christ, trying to keep it under 30. We'll get there one day. Thank you, Josh. Thank you to listeners. If you made it to this point of the podcast, please subscribe to us on the YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Link is in the bio at the HB Pod. And we'll see you for some boxing this week.